Welcome to The Breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rember, avid reader, award-winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. Today I want to talk to you about an author that I am new to, or he's new to me, and I just wanted to tell you guys that once again, another author that has fell under my radar. I'm talking about none other than Black Rain Saga by Edd McNair. I met Edd McNair maybe about 4 years ago at the Sisters on Lit book fair in Maryland. And this man had this personality that just stood out amongst the crowd. He talked about how he wrote about things that he knew, and he was so passionate about his books that I decided to give him a try. Fast forward, last week I had Ed on the show, and I started reading the book at that time. And I got sidetracked, so I put it down, I picked it back up. I want you guys to know, Black Rain Saga, okay? And as you know, with urban books, they take part 1, 2, sometimes 3, and they turn it into a saga. This is Black Rain 1 and 2, if you are confused. It's about, it starts off with a young lady named Angela. Angela is a college girl who is trying to find her way. She dates a couple of men, but she's having such a bad run with men. She gets involved with Damien. Damien is a drug dealer. She gets involved with Mac. Mac is the businessman, but he's very crazy. She has a high school boyfriend who she's probably outgrown by the name of Ray. So, her life just takes all kinds of turns, some for the not the better. There's a lot of domestic violence in this book because, again, I won't tell you who, but one of the characters is just, that's all I can really say. Also you have, so now part 2, Black is introduced because the characters that she has been dealing with in part 1 have either departed the earth or they have just gone on to, other things. Fast forward to part 2, now we are introduced to Black. Black is an up-and-coming, street guy who comes and he just takes over the game. So the book will take you throughout Virginia. It'll take you to New York. It'll take you to Atlanta. You hear mention of the Carolinas as well as, I believe it's Memphis. So this book spans across several states. However, it lets you know that the street life, there's only 3 ways you can exit the street life. That's the grave, the jailhouse, or turn your life around. I can't give the book away, but there's a lot of bloodshed. A lot of people are turned out onto drugs. There's a lot of things. It introduces you to the lifestyle of dealing with a hustler. I'll just put it that way. So if you're not familiar with that lifestyle, you will be introduced to that. If you are familiar with the lifestyle, you'll recognize a lot of the things that goes on in this book. Because he was spot on. Definitely spot on. I definitely loved the book. When I first started reading it, I'm going to tell you guys something. I believe it was one day last week, because I started reading the book the latter part of the week. I started reading. I was sitting there, and by the time I looked up, I had read 200 pages, or just about 200 pages. Completely blown away. he completely blew me away to the point where, you know me, I started looking in the treasure chest to see if I had anything else. And I'm sure I do, because he has a couple of other novels, Soldier to Soldier, Turning Point. I'm at a standstill for the other titles, but you can look him up on Amazon. If you follow me on Diamond's Literary World, you'll see on his flyer for the show, I have all of his book titles. So I started looking in the treasure chest to see if I had anything else by him. I'm almost positive I had Turning Point. Then I slowed down because I had some other projects I was dealing with. And it seems to me like the pace slowed down, maybe just a little bit, because sometimes there was a lot going on in the book, like a lot. It's so many characters in the book. I'm gonna just tell you that. Maybe not so much the women, but a lot of guys, and some of their names are the same, like Lowe and Bo, and you know, you have they're brothers. You have Speed, you have Black, you have Strong, you have D, you have, it's a lot of guys in this book. So that would be the one thing that I would say. And then to close out, I gave the book 4 stars only because I felt the end, I wanted to know just a little bit more about Angela's character. Like, she kind of faded to black in the end of this book, like the last, I want to say maybe 50 pages. She kind of faded to black. And this other woman was, you know, introduced. And so that to me, it kind of threw me a little bit, but you do hear mention of Angela. So, like I said, I don't want to give it away. I want you guys to go and read it, because I did not know Ed wrote so well. And I will definitely be reading more from him. I recommend that you pick it up as well, because I would love to hear your thoughts. If you've read anything by Ed, please comment below. Let me know. Let me know which book I need to read next. And also, I'll put up the link for the interview. Amazing interview. So informative. You guys need to check Ed out if you have not already. I think you'll truly enjoy this interview. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment to subscribe so that you can be alerted when the future videos come up. And you can also catch up on some of the previous videos. Until next time, be blessed and happy reading.